Hello. So I'd like to introduce you to myself. I am Dawn. I am a Black author. I'm here in Georgia, and I wrote my first book, and it's called Let's Get This House. So I wanted to talk to you about Let's Get This House, which is my personal guide to being a first-time homeowner. So I wanted to talk about home inspection. Excuse me. So when you buy a home, right? The first process you're going to go through is the home search. So, like I said in another video, I suggest Zillow, Redfin, and with your realtor, they're going to have their own website, okay? So what I did with both of my realtors, I actually went on those sites, looked for what I wanted, and I looked on their site that they gave me that they were attached to, and I began to look for lists, and then I found numbers of what I wanted, and then I sent them the links, okay? So let me tell you about these websites. A lot of times, these pictures don't look like the actual house. The picture looks glossier and pretty. You know how people edit themselves? Well, some of those pictures be edited. Some of those pictures be old pictures from when the house first got constructed or when it first got remodeled or first got cleaned. And then when you get in person. So don't get your hopes up too high. It's good to have multiple homes. Do not go out there about to make over $100,000 purchase and just look at 5 houses. You don't deserve that. You deserve more than that, okay? I looked at 35 houses in 1 month, okay? Now, was my realtor probably tired of me? Yeah, but guess what? This is my investment, and this is something that I'm going to live with. And when you pick it, and when you pay for it, and when your name goes on the dotted line, you're stuck with it. There's no, oh, can you forgive me for this house? I don't want this house again. I'm going to take it back. This is not Ross, TJ Maxx. This is not Marshall's, Neiman Marcus. This is none of that. You're not going to be able to just give the house back. So take your time and look for houses. But the first thing I would like to suggest, so you won't get totally on your realtor's nerves, make a list of what you want, okay? Make a list. So we'll talk about that in another video. That's a good one. That's one of my favorite subjects. But we'll talk about that in another one. So today we're going to talk about home inspection. Okay? So I got privilege that my first realtor, I met her, she did a seminar. Amazing. Okay? Her seminar had the lender, she was the realtor, of course, credit repair person, and the home inspector. Okay? This is what she had on her panel, and it was amazing. Kudos to her. Okay? That really made me say, getting in my car, I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a house. Okay? So, the home inspector, he happened to be the home inspector for the city of College Park at the time. Okay? He gave us so much nuggets. All right? One of the things he said, no home inspector should take just an hour to inspect a home. He should take his time. Number 2, you don't need to be there when he's inspecting your home. You're a distraction, okay? Let him do his job because you're going to need him to do his job correctly to give you an accurate, detailed list of anything that needs to be fixed or that does not need to be fixed on that home, okay? The home inspector is a big deal. What he's going to do, he's going to basically break down everything and anything in that house that might need to be repaired. He is the person that's going to help you with either getting money back on your closing or just walking away from it, period, okay? So he's a big deal, all right? So one of the things that I knew about before I started looking for a home is my mom used to do sheetrock. My mom used to work in houses, okay? So she was a part of the construction process. And as a little girl, I used to go with her and, walk around the houses and pretend like it was mine. And, look at stuff and touch stuff, get fussed at, get beat because I, walk on stuff and hurting myself. But one of the things that I learned is a little bit of how to look at a home. Okay? So I didn't realize that I kept that information up here until one day I was just thinking about it and writing my book. I said, oh my God, these were the things I learned from my mom as a kid. And I was actually doing it. Every time I went into an apartment, every time I went into a house, anytime I looked for a new place to live, I kind of inadvertently did it. Okay? So, in the book that I wrote, Let's Get This House, I show you how to do your own home inspection. Before you even get out of the car, like I said in another video, you need to look at the neighborhood. You need to look at the homes and how they're being kept up. Okay? Number one, you get out the car, look at the driveway. Look at if there's any damage. Look at if there's going to be any dips. If your car is going to be scraped up because of the ground falling over time due to water or just the house just settling, any cracks. When you walk up to the house, begin to look around it. Look for any cracks. Look for any damage in the windows. Matter of fact, when you're in the car and you look up, look at the roof. On the way driving up to the house that you have on your list that this person is taking you to, it's good that you be the passenger and not the driver because you don't want to wreck. But begin to look at the roof. See if you see any roof damage. When you get out the car, look at the driveway. Look at the garage door. Look at the windows. When you open the door, let your smell alert come on. Do you smell any water damage? Do you smell any old wood? Do you smell any mold? Okay? Stand at the door. You're going to look at the top. Look at the ceiling straight ahead and see if you see any leveling or any water spots. That's proof that they may have been water damage. And in cases, may have just fixed it, but that's what you're going to have to deal with if they didn't fix it. Okay? The water smell, the damage, wood, the mold and mildew smell, that's either some bad plumbing, a leak that's in the house. Okay? Then you're going to go up the stairs, right? If you have stairs. And I always tell people, and like I'm telling you in the book, you're going to wear sneakers. You're going to wear comfortable sneakers, walking shoes, no heels. This is not the time to dress up. If you're making a video for Instagram or anything, this is not the time for you to be fancy, honey. You need to take your time because you're about to buy a house. So you need your feet to be leveled. You need to be able to feel like when you're walking on that floor, as soon as you walk in, if that floor is level. You need to be able to walk on those stairs and feel if you feel any holes or any dip under the carpet. When you go up to the second floor, you need to listen to see if you feel any creaks or if the floor is leaning. Always in every room, stand at the end and look. Boom. I'm not going to tell you no more. Let's Get This House on $9.99 on Amazon Kindle. That's what's in my book. That is the beauty that's in the book. Come on now. This sister is putting you on. Men and women, be aware. There's no more excuses. Let's Get This House. Amazon Kindle, $9.99.